how you doing? David Taub here, co-creator of NextLevelGuitar.com. I hope all is well, and I hope your guitar journeys are going famously. And today, I have a cool little lesson for you where I'm going to show you a way where you can play lots of different chords all over the neck using the same fingering or the same voicing. Now, I've done lessons like this before, but using other chord voicings, and it's a great way for beginners to start making music. You know, that's one of the things I really believe in when learning guitar, is to start as fast as you can to try to get things to sound musical. So a lot of my exercises, I come up with musical sounding examples and things that you can play that sound musical, they're fun, you could jam. And even if you're just starting out, this is easy because we're not going to be moving the fingerings on the hand. We're just going to be kind of sliding the same shape around. I'll add it in with some other chords and play a progression like kind of I did on the intro. I'll show you what I was doing there, and the strum pattern too. And I hope this inspires you, and use this lesson as a springboard. And even if you've been playing a while, you know, maybe you could learn some new voicings or some different inversions. I'll use some other chords too that maybe you're not familiar with, and you could pull some inspiration from those. So I'm going to show you all these chords up close, and I'm also going to show you the strum patterns. And a lot of these chords, because we're using a lot of open strings, because when you're playing acoustic guitar, you know, you really want to take advantage of the beautiful open string sound of the acoustic. Some of these chords are going to have some crazy names to them, but don't let that intimidate you. And I'll tell you a little bit of the theory to make up the chords. And if you don't get it, that's okay. You know, I just want to get you playing musical, get you playing musical things and having fun fast. Here is your basic position that we are going to use first and third finger fretting notes. And the thumb is coming over to mute the low E string. The A string is going to be open for all of these as we move down the neck. Now, my third finger is on the third fret on the F note, on the D string, open A, and then open G, and then my first finger's on the C note, which is at the first fret of the B string, and open high E. So this is the sound you want to hear when you play this chord. And that chord is an F major 9 over A. It's over A/A because we have the open A ringing, like the bass note, low A string, the A string ringing. But that's the shape, and we're just going to move this shape around to get all these cool sounding chords. Notice the whole hand moves. Don't trail the thumb like this. You're going to be sliding, all right? So this is all based off of fifths, intervals of fifths. Whereas in this position, I'm playing the F and the C. In the key of F, C is your fifth. These are all fifth intervals. Okay, so here's all the ones that I think sound good, but experiment with them. Again, this stays the same, the voicing through all of these chords. So get comfortable with this position and this fingering. At the third fret, we'll use the kind of third finger to tell you the fret as I call them off. That's, like I said, F major 9 over A. If you move that up a half a step or one fret, you have an A13 chord. Move it up another half step. Now your third finger should be on the 5th fret. Again, the shape has not changed, and that's our A7 sus4. Now if you move that up another whole step or 2 frets, we're at the 7th fret with our third finger. That is an A7 without a third in it. A7 usually has the third, which is our C sharp. This A7, we'll call it A7, has no C sharp in it, but still kind of A7-y, right? So if you take that chord and go up 2 more frets or another whole step, now you have an E minor with an added second note, and again that's over A/A. The second would be that F sharp. So let's take that one, move it up a half a step, and now we have an A minor 7th chord. It should be at the 10th fret, right? Now if we take that one, move that up a whole step to the 12th fret, we have an A7 sus4 again. Move that up a whole step to the, now your third finger should be at the 14th fret. You have an E minor over A. And if you go up a half step to the 15th fret, we're repeating back from the first chord, the F major 9th over A, and you can keep going with this. If you have I don't have a cutout here, so I'm kind of stopped here, but you know, you can keep going as long as they sound good. Right, that chord's the same chord as the first chord that we did way down here at the first fret, an octave higher, right? If we just slide that all the way up to that 15th fret, right? Same voicing, same shape. Okay, now you know pretty much that voicing up the whole neck, so just kind of do one strum each. Just kind of move it around, get comfortable moving them around. Right? A couple of the other chords I'll throw in at the end of the progression, and I'll show you how we can add these in. Just your basic D major. You take off your second finger, you have a D suspended second. Another one is this C major 7th here, but I am not barring. Like, I'm not playing this with like a bar chord. What I'm doing is I'm hooking that first finger over. Because you want the open high E and B strings. C major 7, there's a good look at that. And here is an F major 7 with a sharp 4. Again, much like the C major 7, I'm not barring this, laying the finger flat, I'm hooking it because I want the high E and the B string to ring. Beautiful sounding chord. If you move that chord a whole step up from the 1st to the 3rd fret, that now becomes a G add 6. High E and B string, we're adding that high E string, which adds the 6th. G add 6. And then another chord I might play would be this one, which is a little bit of a stretch. First finger on that E note, 2nd fret of the D string, and stretch with the pinky all the way to the 5th fret of the G string. Open A string, don't play the low E, and you have an A minor add 2. We're adding that open D string, adding that 2nd. As I showed you, remember the A string is droning. We're going to drone the A string throughout all those chords, and that's what gives it that real, between the A string and the open high E string, get those beautiful sounds, right? Okay, well let me show you a couple rhythms first, and then we'll take it from there, and then I'll show you the progression. Let's just stick with that E minor add 2 up at the 9th fret over A, E minor add 2 over A, slash A because of the open, low, open A string, and the A7th, which doesn't have a 3rd, but we're just going to call it an A7th. So we'll just do something like I did in the beginning, like... So let me simplify a rhythm to get you playing this. It's kind of similar to what I was doing in the beginning, but it's a little easier. Let's just take something like this at first. First learn run, then learn fly, Danielson. So I'll just play it one time through. It'll sound like this. Okay, and then we're back. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go down, down, up. Remember, when you have long strum patterns, break them up into bite-sized pieces. It really helps you to digest the pattern instead of looking at a long string of downs and ups or thinking about it that way. So just go on this E minor add 2 over A, down, down, up. And now we're going to switch to that A7. So we're going to go down, down, up. And then as we're switching to that A7, hit an upstroke in between. And it's okay if the other strings are ringing because there's so many open strings in there, it's going to sound okay. Down, down, up, down. Down, down, up, down. Now, that time the upstroke was actually on the A7th, but once you speed this up, you're not going to hit that as quickly, and it'll be while you're transitioning, and that's okay. It's going to keep you in time. That's why I threw that in there. It's real easy. So try it again. Down, down, up, down. Okay, now we're on the A7th chord, so let's just do up, down, 3 times. Up, down, up, down. So you put them all together. Up, down, rest, up, down, rest, up, down. Here's what we have so far. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, and then to finish it off, down, up. Just a straight 8th note, 1 and here's the whole thing slow. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And then switch back. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. Up to speed. And then if you want, you could switch it. Do like a straight 8th note. Down, up, 1 and 2 and eighth notes, right? 2 notes per beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Down, up, down, up, down. Down is when we switch chords. Down, up, down, up, down. That was a little bit more like what I was doing in the intro to this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Very good. So try that pattern and then just start moving it around. Now, if you want a little easier pattern, if that's a little confusing for you, just take an easy pattern like down, down, up, down, up, right? Like an eighth note feel. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. Okay, so play that with the same 2 chords. 1 measure each. Back and forth. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. Now move it around. Right? Notice the whole time with all this, like I showed you in the close-up, my thumb is hooked over to mute that low E string. The A string is open, droning throughout the whole thing. So try that easy pattern if you want to try it first, and then go to the harder one. The other one's more musical sounding, a little bit more rhythmic, and then, you know, work on your speed. Keep that right hand going and just slide it around to make all kinds of sounds and melodies. I don't even know, I'm just kind of making this up as I go along. Alright, now let me show you what I did in the beginning where I added those extra chords to this, and that's where this really gets fun. I want you to take some of the chords maybe you already know, or some of the chords that I showed you earlier in this lesson, and start to mix them into the equation in different rhythms, and you can create all kinds of stuff, man. The musical goodness will just start flowing out of you, right? So what I did in the beginning was, after going and mixing it up, I ended down at that 5th fret at that A7 sus4. That transitions so nicely, D major. And I'm letting that A string ring open too, to kind of keep that theme of that A drone. Then I went to a C major 7. Right, with those high E and B strings open, then to an F major 7th with that sharp 4, to the G add 6, right? And again, I'm not barring these, so these are easy for you guys and girls who aren't up to bar chords yet. They all have those open strings ringing. And then the second time I did the same thing through D, C major 7, F major 7, sharp 4, but I went to that A minor add 2 chord. A little bit of a stretch. I love that chord because it's so dark. Again, open A string. So the end part, if I just play it twice through, the first time the last chord being the G add 6, and the second time the A minor add 2. Sound like this. And all I'm doing to change it up a little bit is I'm taking off my second finger on the D chord. That makes it a D suspended second. Put it back. Or you can add your pinky, making it a D sus4. Just again adding some variation in color. One more time. This is something that anyone could do and create musical ideas fast, just sliding around, playing a rhythm, right? Adding in a few other chords that you know, and bam. Remember, get those open strings ringing. Don't bar those chords with this, because you really want to take advantage and exploit those open strings of that acoustic guitar. So pretty. Have fun with it. I'm David Taub, co-creator of nextlevelguitar.com. You're the good people. Take care, have fun, keep putting those guitars in your hands every day, and keep on rocking. See you in the next lesson.